The oil sands are a major source of greenhouse gases heating up the atmosphere.
The world's volcanoes every year emit about 130 megatons of carbon dioxide. Right now, the oil sand stands at 30 megatons. Within 20 years, we'll be at up to 130 megatons. So within 20 years, the oil sands will be producing the same amount of carbon dioxide as all of the world's volcanoes. And it's not just carbon dioxide that we're emitting, and there's lots of other nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxides.
The oil sands are the largest single producer of greenhouse gases in Canada. And the Pembina Institute predicts emissions are on course to increase 5-fold over the next 15 years.
Someday the international community is going to look at Canada and say, hey, you're developing this resource in such a way that you're contributing to climate change in an unprecedented manner. What are you going to do about it? Well, our response so far is that, sorry guys, we're not going to honor our international commitments. Oops, we've made a bunch of miscalculations here, and we're just going to continue mining this resource and pretend that there are no consequences.
Industry promotes its concern for the environment. It finances and takes part in environmental research groups, and for each project, it produces huge environmental impact assessments. But when it comes to slowing down the rate of oil sands recovery, to preserve the resource for future generations and ease the impact on climate change, the basic laws of business are a real limit to industry's commitment.
What we are doing is pacing our development of this lease in such a way that we can manage the environmental impacts. And we think by getting it out over the course of 40 years, all of that resource, we can manage the environmental impacts within the thresholds in this area. And that, by the way, also makes good economic sense, because you're going to invest in all this hardware. In our case, $7 billion. You want to try to get that money back sooner rather than later. So it also makes, I'll have to say, good economic sense to exploit this resource as quickly as possible.